Alrighty, welcome to 3-on-3 Team Cube Draft. It's myself, Falconeye, and DZY, Jan. Jan is one of the OG Magic streamers, and he's come out of retirement for some Cube Drafts. Gonna empathize with that. Battling against Sam Rolfe, Janara19, and Luis Salvato. It's a 6-player draft. We're using Frog's Cube. We're doing 3 packs of 15. Had some folks ask about what happened to the 4-pack thing for the 6-player drafts. It hasn't really caught on. Most people have seemed to like doing 3. In any case, this is a great opening pack for a couple reasons. One, I'm going to take Tinker and I'm going to wheel Portal, because it would be really hard for that not to happen given that Force of Negation, Urza's Saga, Fractured Identity, Lorien Revealed, Loran are all in the pack. Maybe some Maniac takes the Portal, but I'm the one who has the Tinker. Maybe, I guess, Show and Tell would be the other thing. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get Portal and Mishra's Workshop back, but I'm happy enough to take Tinker and get Portal back. And I think to pick one, pack one, I'd rather Tinker over Urza's Saga anyway. Pick 2. So this pack has Dark Ritual and Solitude are the best cards. Windswept Heath as well. I'm going to take Solitude. Look, I know I just picked one to Tinker, and Solitude and Tinker aren't like the best of friends, but Solitude is just so much better than every other card in this pack, and blue-white is totally fine. Pass up on Colonnade. So what's going to come back? Dark Ritual's going to get taken. Windswept Heath's going to get taken. The other 3 cards, some combo of Karn, Colonnade, V-Click, Wandering Emperor. Yeah, chance I get back Colonnade. There's also a Deceiver Exarch to keep in mind. There's also Lotus Veil, Otawara, Prismatic Ending, Savai Triumph. Those are all fine cards. Oh, this pack has Channel and Retrofitter, Foundry, and Misty Rainforest. I think I'm just going to take Retrofitter. If I know I'm going to play Tinker and Portal in my deck, Retrofitter fits nicely with a lot of those cards. Passing up on a Misty Rainforest, I guess, and a Volcanic. A Jace, Raugrin Triumph. Let's see, assuming Channel gets taken, decent chance I could get Ephemerate back for this Solitude if I'm in the market. There's also a Blade Splicer, but I'm going to take Retrofitter to start with, and then kind of go from there. So I like this start. I am not as committed to Solitude as the other cards, but we'll see what we got. Oh, there's Candelabra, but there's also a Thraben Inspector. Thraben Inspector actually kind of bridges the gap between Solitude and Tinker very nicely. So I'm going to take the Thraben Inspector. It's actually just a great card here. Maybe Hanger back or Candelabra comes back, or Sir Ginger in terms of artifacts. I assume Chandra's going to get taken. The rest of this pack isn't actually even that strong, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on a whole lot. And good start to like a little blue-white artifact deck here. We'll see if the rest of the packs kind of cooperate with that. If the Portal doesn't wheel, I will be pretty surprised. I mean, anything's possible, but that pack had a lot of strong cards, and the biggest reason to take Portal, well, it's the card I took over it. So I think got a pretty safe bet there. All right. Thopter, Foundry, Frantic Search, Brainstorm, Metamorph. All legit. I kind of just want to take Thopter, Foundry. I have Tinker. If I see Sword of the Meek, I can go get it with Tinker. It's blue-white. It also sometimes can be playable even without Sword of the Meek if you've got enough artifact synergies, though we're not quite there. Also, it does actually pitch to cast Solitude. I think I'd rather take that over Brainstorm. This isn't even really looking like a Frantic Search deck. Yeah. I'll take Thopter Foundry and hope we can pick up Sword here. Pretty committed to this blue-white artifacts life. Maybe one day I'll get to play with the Tolarian Academy card as well. That'd be pretty fun. Don't think I'm gonna be able to get the workshop out of this next 2 picks from now, because I would want it 7 picks from now. But one of the nice things about workshop being in that pack, the only upside is, assuming all goes according to plan and Portal wheels and I take it over Mishra's Workshop, which is also in the pack, might not be. But if all that happens, I'm passing Janara a really late Mishra's Workshop, which conceals the fact that I'm actually playing artifacts. So we'll see. Plus Mishra's Workshop, despite being a good deck for the artifact deck, or a good card for the artifact deck, isn't actually that good in this deck so far. But Chromehost Seed Shark certainly is. I'll be taking that over Hallowed Fountain. There's also a Coalition Relic and a Mightstone and Weakstone. Actually, one of those things might come back, assuming Ketria Triumph, Hallowed Fountain get taken. Tarpit, good chance. Maybe someone wants Oath, Overgrown Tomb, Ramanop, all those things. All right, I'll take Seed Shark. And we're about to, as soon as we get our next pack, it's going to be a big pack. We'll see if we can get back that Portal and do some cool things with it. If not, you know, so be it. There will be something in the pack. Like, it's impossible for Portal to be gone and the pack not to have some good cards. That's part of why I think Portal has a good shot of wheeling. But we'll find out soon enough if that is indeed the case. It'd be nice if this Hallowed Fountain came back, though. Perhaps Mightstone and Weakstone coming back could be nice too. And Portal and Workshop are both still there. Also, if I take Portal, there's Image, Chariot, Loran, and maybe one other white card. I don't think the Workshop's going to come back. That's fine, but it would be cool if it did. But the Portal did, and this is all according to plan right now. We've got Tinker for Portal, we've got Retrofitter and Thopter, we have Thraben and Seed Shark making tokens, and we have this Solitude, which is just looking like a great card. So the other thing is, one of these white cards might come back. I'm assuming Phantasmal and Nasika's Chariot are like a lock not to. Okay, Wandering Emperor is still here, and the Karn and Otawara. And Prismatic Ending. I mean, I like Karn because it makes artifacts. I like Wandering Emperor in general. I think I'll just take the Karn. There's also Lotus Veil to go with the Candelabra that might table. But Karn is pretty strong, and I'm kind of scared of playing Lotus Veil. It doesn't have hexproof like Lotus Field, so like, just the idea of playing Lotus Veil and getting Strip Mined is just so, to me, that I'm not excited about the prospect. Let's just say that. One advantage to taking Wandering Emperor Prismatic Endings, it helps go with Solitude. The white seems pretty open. Let's see, if Lotus Veil and Otawara get taken, there's a decent chance I might get a white card back. Ooh, I will take Raugrin Triome here. It's a blue-white dual. Also, red is the most common color. Other than that I could see play here. And I'm not really an Ephemerate deck yet, and if I end up being an Ephemerate deck, maybe it'll come back. Okay, there's Enlightened Tutor and Candelabra. Enlightened Tutor gets Retrofitter Thopter, or Portal, I guess. I just don't like Enlightened Tutor. I'm going to take Candelabra just because when you do get there on Candelabra, it's so good. When you get a Third Academy with it. And I'm not getting any of those back, unfortunately. Here I could take Goblin Welder. I have this Raugrin Triome. I have a Portal. Or I could take Kinnan. There's also 2 blue-black cards. I don't care about that. I don't love passing Manglehorn, but look, I think I'd still rather take Welder for like the 1 in 5 chance or 1 in 10 chance that I play Welder over hate drafting one of those. Mightstone and Weakstone and Coalition Relic both came back. I think this is more of a Mightstone Weakstone deck, especially if we get that Workshop back, which I don't think Sam is going to let me have the Workshop back. Assuming that's the case, I guess I'm still just going to take Mightstone and Weakstone. I really like that card. I think Coalition Relic is kind of medium. Mightstone and Weakstone has at least got some action going. Having a removal spell that's also an artifact is nice. And in the, like, you know, rare circumstance where somehow, I mean, maybe Sam doesn't hate the Workshop because nobody at the table wants it. I've seen it twice and haven't taken it either time. The fact remains I actually do want it still, but he doesn't know that. Seems pretty unlikely still. I'm not making any bets on it, but there we go. Ha! Oh, and this Candelabra also getting a little spicier with that Workshop. Oh, and the Wandering Emperor came back for free. No one's playing heavy enough green for Raphaelos, apparently. All right. This was a really good pack one, especially since this is a 6-player draft. Okay, so this pack has Chrome Mox, Echo of Eons, Wheel of Fortune, Blightsteel, and Sensei's Divining Top. No Sword of the Meek, unfortunately, and a Blue-White Talisman, too. I think I would rather just take Sensei's Top and try to wheel Talisman. I could take Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox also actually might not be that bad. I kind of have a lot of spells that I can imprint on it, like Wandering Emperor, Thraben, maybe Seed Shark, whatever, because you can't imprint artifacts on it. I really do want this Blue-White Talisman, but I think that a wheel. I don't think I want to take either Draw 7. It doesn't really look like that's so much the way I'm going. I'm just deciding between Top and Mox. They're both pretty good. They both have some good... You know what? I'm just going to take the Top. I kind of feel like Top is better for my purposes. Oh, I like Palace Jailer. Yeah, why don't I just take that? I'm not going to worry too much about not getting Skull Clamp. Maybe I'll play this Wandering Emperor. I don't know. I like Shelldock a lot too, but Palace Jailer is a really strong card. I don't love passing the Thoughtseize. Let's see. Thoughtseize, Skull Clamp, Wooded Foothills, Shelldock, go. Yeah, pretty good chance I get Battle Ball back. And happy enough just to take the Palace Jailer. Now, I think Lotus Field is one I am actually interested in for this Candelabra. And I've even got a Nettle Cyst or Dragon Engine or Soul Cauldron that might come back, or Tezzeret. Yeah, this is a fine time to take Lotus Field. It'll just help cast some of the spells I'm looking to cast. I have, you know, blue spells, double white spells, all that. All my white spells are double white pretty much. In between Workshop and Lotus Field, the Candelabra's already justified. Okay, all right. I mean, I like where I'm at. This is looking like a pretty good deck again, especially for a 6-player draft where you have access to fewer cards. Getting to double wheel Mishra's Workshop, pretty nice little pickup. Not that it's the best Mishra's Workshop deck yet, but I think there's a pretty good chance I wheel Nettle Cyst, right? Like Imperial Seal, Skydiver, Restless Bivouac, Pestermite are all cards that could get taken. No one else at the table wanted Mishra's Workshop when it was presented to him multiple times. So what Nettle Cyst deck didn't want Mishra's Workshop is kind of the question. And obviously Tolarian Academy is a big one that I would like to see at some point if possible. I don't expect to see it this pack. I think it's basically pack 3 or bust. Sword of the Meek, another really big one I'm looking for here. And I'm hoping that I get to see one of those here. There's Show and Tell and Talisman of Dominance for me. Show and Tell is very good with Portal. And Talisman is just great in general. What are the odds that I get Show and Tell back if I take Talisman? Let's see. Torsten, Sylvan, Virtue, Bone Shards, Resto, Dreadnought. Yeah, there's a lot of cards. Also, Aetherflux Reservoir, which has some applications. I feel like with all these 4s, I have this Mishra's Workshop. I should just take Talisman here. And then if I get Show and Tell back, that is great. But I need a card like Talisman to like make Workshop better, to also make it so I can just play a turn 3 Karn or Palace Jailer or something. So that was a Talisman of Necessity there, more than anything else. I like my mana so far. Oh, there's Upheaval and Saheeli. There's also some good black cards in Dothi, Voidwalker, and Vamp. I think I might just take Upheaval, though. Upheaval with some of these cards I have going on here, like Upheaval can be good with Workshop. Upheaval can be good with Mightstone, or you add a bunch of mana. Obviously, Lotus Field Candelabra goes a long way. There's also just taking Skyclave. But I think Palace Jailer and Solitude are great. Skyclave is a lot less good. And there's March and Skyclave, Stoneforge. There's 3 white cards in the pack. I'll just take the Upheaval here. And, oh, then I've got a Slime Grim Monolith. This is the kind of card I need more so than Teferi or Seachrome Coast, one of which might come back, especially with a Spellseeker in the pack. But I just took Upheaval, so taking Grim Monolith is critical. Okay, well, this is working out nicely. I have felt pretty good about taking that Solitude. Okay, Blightsteel came back, so did Echo, so did Talisman. I think I want to get greedy and try to lap the Blightsteel again. I am somewhat interested in Echo, but I just took Upheaval. You don't need that many enormous spells, and I think the Talisman looks great, especially since Echo, Jetmir's Guard, and Bayou, Containment Priest are all basically locks to go, so it's like, does someone want to take Ophiomancer? I don't think anyone's going to take Swiftspear or Urza. But here's the thing. If no one wanted Blightsteel the first 2 times, it's the same as the Workshop. Is Janara going to hate a Blightsteel? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I don't get Blightsteel back. I'm okay with that. But it feels like there's a decent chance of it, and Blue-White Talisman is just so important for this deck. So I think that pick is worth making. I also like Palace Jailer with Upheaval. You become, like, making yourself the Monarch and then Upheavaling is pretty strong. Oh, Mirror Battle Ball didn't come back. I'll take Plateau, because I don't care about the rest of these cards. There's a chance this Goblin Welder sees a little play, or maybe I get like an Akfaden or something like that, and now I'll have 3 red lands, Plateau, Ragran Triumph, and Lotus Field. So, all a possibility here. What are we looking for? I mean, obviously Tolarian Academy or a Mox or something like that in pack 3 would be really nice. Okay, Tezzeret, Dragon Engine, and Agatha's Soul Cauldron came back. Oh, there's something else I wanted, some artifact I wanted that didn't come back. But let's see, there's also Tezzeret. I'm not really that big into Tezzeret here. What do I do here? So, Dragon Engine, I might be able to unearth it. It's kind of nice with Welder too. Tezzeret can be pretty good with these artifacts. I actually think I'm going to take Tezzeret. Plus, if I take Tezzeret and then Time Vault shows up, it's great. All right, Show and Tell came back. Sure. I'll take it over Aetherflux Reservoir. I'll take a Saheeli now. I didn't really expect that one to come back. All right, now I really need Academy. You know what? I could actually be a Duretti Welder deck. I don't think I'm that likely to. I always end up cutting it. Blightsteel came back, baby. Along with Swift Spirit and Urza, exactly. All right. I mean, we got a lot of playables. I'm glad I picked up those talismans and that Grim Monolith. I just need mana-producing artifacts now, so especially cheap ones. Kind of using the same logic. No one took Turok the first couple times. I'll just take the Pulse because it's easier card to play. It's a lot harder to put Turok into your deck. So I have all 3 goblins in my sideboard right now, and yeah, all right, whatever. I'll take a first pick Swords to Plowshares. It wasn't my dream here, but I think it's clearly the best card. I don't need Rafine's Tower that bad. And Underground Sea, Jite, Prismari. There's a chance that like Chart a Course or maybe even Rafine's Tower comes back. I'll take Swords. All right. Really could use that Tolarian Academy that I was promised. I'll probably just take Mystic Confluence here. Would be nice if Reckoner Bankbuster came back, I suppose, but I like Mystic Confluence well enough. And yeah, I've got some good ways to generate mana. All right, well, we're not getting any Moxes. Tezzeret's probably not making the cut because we're not getting a Time Vault. Even an Urza would be pretty nice here, just to use all these, like, a good way to generate mana from all these tokens. I actually would take Gaia's Cradle pretty highly if I saw that. Haven't seen that one go by yet. So there's a lot of cards, basically Cradle, Urza, or Tolarian Academy that can turn these tokens into mana, because I have 3 different ways to make tokens between Seed Shark, Saheeli, and Retrofitter. I also would like to see Sword of the Meek, if I can, to get this Thopter Foundry going. Okay. Nothing. This is a disappointing pack too. This pack 3 hasn't been great. I guess I'll take Scalding Tarn. You can go get Plateau or Ralgren Triumph. So it's just a nice blue-white duel. Also, now I'll have a bunch of red in case maybe the goblins get in. And then Scrap Trawler, Scrapwork Mutt, Consider are all fine cards. I just don't need to take them over Scalding Tarn here. So the main problem with Goblin Welder, well, there's a couple, but the problem I have with Goblin Welder here is I don't actually have any way to discard. So if I can get some ways to discard, I could see maybe wanting to get Welder back in, because welding in Mightstone or Portal is pretty nice. Currently, I'm not really there. Okay, well, there's a Currency Converter, which does do that. There's also Trinket Mage and Palantir, but I kind of like Currency Converter here, especially if I do want to get these welders in. And maybe one of those cards comes back if someone takes Adeline, Liliana, Ignoble Hierarch, Delighted Halfling, some combination of those. I'm starting to think I won't be getting a Tolarian Academy. 2 more packs left to get Sword of the Meek, though. Sword of the Meek is definitely doable. I'll take the Thopter Foundry out for now. And right now, I could see, I mean, maybe Duretti, because Duretti is your discard outlet too. Like Goblin Welder and Goblin Engineer. I don't really have. So I guess the Engineer, I can put one of the cheap artifacts in the graveyard to weld back. Though you can also put any artifact in the graveyard. It just, the Engineer itself can only assemble cheap ones. Yeah, I mean, I've got some possibilities there, but I'm just not the biggest believer in the whole welder thing. All right, 2 more packs, some big packs. Sam's got both the packs in his hand. Let's see. Well, we bricked here, though. I guess Memory Jar does make welder a little more interesting, too. Sure. Same with Workshop. All right, 1 more pack. I don't think we're going to get Urza or Academy at this point. It seems very unlikely. Sword of the Meek is totally realistic to get, and maybe another mana artifact. If not, I suppose... yeah, I'm not really going to be excited if I get a Talisman, but I guess I would play it out of this pack. So currently we're on 17 lands here. So if I wanted to play anything else, I need to cut something. Nope. Yeah, there's the Mind Stone. There's also a Thirst to go with the Welder. I mean, I guess I could cut Wandering Emperor. Yeah, maybe I do. I've got 3 of the cheap things. Yeah, at this point, maybe I do get the Welder in. I'll take the Thirst. Okay, so Spire Bluff wheeled, but so did Chart a Course and Rafine's Tower and Prismari Command. Wow, it all kind of wheeled. I guess Prismari Command actually looks kind of nice here. Another way to get the Welder going. And yeah, all right. And then maybe Spire Bluff comes back, though, or Chart a Course or something. I just like Prismari Command in general. Right now, this is like 15 lands. All right. Path came back. So did Bankbuster, though. Bankbuster looks excellent in this deck, so I'm going to take it. There's a Snuff Out and a Night's Whisper. That's a pretty good pack. No, I can't. I have a hard time putting Welder in my deck. Maybe Saheeli actually gets cut here. I'm not really doing much. It's not like making all the tokens really actually does that much for me. And I have Seed Shark, which I think does that in a little better way. I guess Saheeli can turn a token into a Grim Monolith, which is a pretty nice little mana boost. I suppose I could cut like Show and Tell. Cutting Show and Tell is interesting because it's a way to use Portal if you draw it, or I guess Blightsteel, though Show and Tell Blightsteel is not a play I think is going to win you the game most of the time. But now if I have the Welder, maybe I can use the Welder instead. I could also potentially cut Thraben Inspector. As good as it is, I'm fine just mostly hard casting Solitude and having like Palace Jailer and Swords to pitch if I need to. Yeah, and because I don't really want to cut Mystic Confluence or Upheaval. Yeah, obviously not cutting Tinker. I guess I could cut Show and Tell. I could cut Thraben Inspector, and now we're at 17 lands and we got a Goblin Welder in there. I guess if I'm going to play Goblin Welder, I kind of want to play Duretti as well with like Thirst. Okay. Scrapwork Mutt came back. Yeah, that's going to be important too, so we'll do that. And I think my mana between Lotus Field, Plateau, Ragran Triumph, Scalding Tarn, Blue-White Talisman, I think all that supports playing Solitude, Palace Jailer, and Swords. Oh, Palantir came back? Okay, I didn't think that was going to happen. Oh, it's kind of weird that it looks like I still might be better off just cutting the stupid Goblin Welder. We'll see. But it's like, yeah, I guess I'll just hate the Ashen Rider, sure. The problem is, if I cut the Goblin Welder, I also get to cut my weakest cards. Here, I'll take another Talisman, though I think I'm probably not going to actually even play that one. Like, what if I just cut... I mean, the Prismari Command's pretty close to free, given Ragran Triumph, Plateau, Lotus Field. Oh, look, and there's Voldaren Epic here. I'll take the Life Death. That one's too good to pass up that late. I'll have to look at what this deck does when I build it, but I always just end up with Welder in the sideboard. Oh, Greaves? Greaves is also good with Welder, and it's good with Colossus. Like, you tinker for Colossus with Greaves in play. It's actually pretty nice. Okay. Let's see if we can... Just no Welder. We'll see. So let's add this and look at the Welder package. The only pick I really made differently. What is this? No. Come on, Palantir. That's completely unacceptable. Okay, the only pick I made really differently because of the Goblin Welder was taking the Prismari Command, which I think is actually fine to play even if I don't end up playing the Welder. So currently, to play Welder, and I guess Thirst is another card I took, but I actually don't even hate the Thirst here. Currently, in order to play Goblin Welder, I would need to put in the Welder and the Duretti and maybe the Goblin Engineer. No, I just don't like doing that. There's also Lightning Greaves. What if I just took out Greaves and now we're at 16 land? I mean, 16 land's not crazy. But I kind of want to get the Thraben Inspector back in there. What if I take out Scrapwork Mutt, because it's not really doing much for me anymore, and I play the Thraben Inspector instead? Just another card to pitch the Solitude, and yeah, and I can side in Show and Tell if I think it's Show and Tell Portal is going to be particularly good. I don't have any draw 7. Oh, I have Memory Jar actually. That's a draw 7. Yeah, this looks like a pretty solid deck here, and I can play Prismari Command basically off of these 4 red sources plus the treasures off Bankbuster or Currency Converter, and just have the one Prismari Command. And I just don't Yeah, I just kind of don't believe in the welder, I guess, is how it be. Oh, life. Let's take that out. Do I want Wandering Emperor in, or Tezzeret, or Show and Tell, Lightning Greaves, Scrapwork, Mud? I'm not seeing anything I really want to cut. Like, I could cut Thirst for Discovery, but I actually kind of like it here. All right. Let's try this, shall we? All right, let's take a look at what DZY is working with. It is wild. This is a Llanowar Elves, Demonic Tutor, Soul Ring, Skull Clamp, Trinket Mage, Stoneforge, Teferi, Fractured Identity deck with Strip Mine and Wasteland plus Titanium Ramen up and about 1 million basics, non-basics. Nice, go for it. Falcon Eye took a little more streamlined route with Black White, Duress, Thoughtseize, Grief, Gonti, Seasoned Dungeoneer, Adeline, Jite, Path. Great looking deck. So I like our chances in this 3-on-3 battling with Salvato. Also, I ended up cutting Prismari Command and putting in at the last minute. We'll take a look here. I decided that I wanted a Sahelian. I think Sahelian is just too good to leave it out. So cut the Prismari Command. I will keep this hand. This hand obviously needs some white mana, but I think I'm just going to go Island Go, and then I can go turn 2, I can cast Grim Monolith, and then turn 3 I'll have Mystic Confluence up, which seems good. I don't think I need to go Workshop Monolith. There's not much that would reward me for doing that. I guess drawing Mightstone and Weakstone would, but I'd rather go Island Grim, and then maybe turn 3, if I draw planes, I can play Thraben Inspector. The problem with going Workshop Grim is I'm kind of locked into playing Islands the 2 turns after that to have Mystic Confluence up, and I don't really see much of a benefit. I suppose the Mightstone and Weakstone is the biggest difference there. I will just go Island Go here. Salvato mulligan to 6. Let's see what he's got going on here. Probably not playing green, but we'll see. That the Raphaelis went around pretty late. But there's not much that would surprise me that Salvato could play here. So see, at least Solitude I'll be able to pitch cast it here, which actually looks fairly likely that that's what's going to happen this game. I wouldn't mind drawing Mightstone and Weakstone, I suppose. Draw. Oh, Blightsteel? Okay, that's just the worst draw in my entire deck. It makes it so I can't tinker for it, and it's not castable. I guess I have a discard outlet to discard it back into the deck. The difference is Portal, at least Portal or Phyrexia, I could almost cast that. I'm just not going to do anything. Could use a Plains here. No. All right. So far, I've drawn a Solitude, a Blightsteel, a Chromos Seed Shark. Not great. Expensive Taste. No, let's go ahead and counter that and draw 2 cards. Hopefully that works out. Okay, there's the portal. Cool. At least I drew a white source. It is tapped, which obviously I don't really love. Uh-oh, Frantic Search. This is Decadent. That was Decadent Dragon's Adventure form that I countered. I think that it would have been pretty bad not to. Into Goldspan, is that what we're reanimating here? Or Necromancying the Goldspan? All right, this Solitude's going to be pretty good here. He's not even going to get a treasure. Okay. And I think I pitched the Thraben Inspector. By the time I could cast Thraben Inspector, I'd rather just cast Palace Jailer. So I'm just going to do this. Probably didn't expect that, did ya? That worked out pretty nicely for me. Draw. Okay, there's Plateaus. Let's just go Chromos Seed Shark here. And then next turn, I can maybe cast Palace Jailer if I draw an untapped source. Would like to actually untap this Grim Monolith at some point and then hard cast Portal. That wouldn't be too bad. Mishra's Workshop has been an F- this game. It did cast the Grim Monolith, or could have cast the Grim Monolith, but I didn't even use it for that, and not having it be a normal land is kind of bad. Though if I end up hardcasting Portal, then of course all bets are off. I guess I'm not like unbelievably far from hardcasting Blightsteel either. All right, we're cycling Ash Barrens to go get a basic. Sure. Looks like we're Grixis, maybe splashing white, but so if I try him, could obviously just be a red-black tap land. Well, I mean, look, if I draw a land next turn, I can untap Grim or maybe cast Palace Jailer. Drawing a spell would, of course, be fantastic, especially an artifact. All right, we get a swamp here. And I kind of assume this Chrome Host Seed Shark is going to die, but who knows? Oh, no, okay. Okay, decent spell. Huh. I could get a Mightstone and Weakstone with that. Yeah, that's probably fine. And I get a 3/3 at the very least. Oh, I could also get Memory Jar, but that doesn't seem as good. I'm just going to get Mightstone and Weakstone and to draw 2 cards. And see what turns up. Plains and Island. All right. 3. So I can hardcast Portal now, and I don't even think I want to play the Raugrin Triumph. Let's just attack with the Chrome Host Seed Shark. And pass. I've got Incubator token up. Though I think I'm probably just going to cycle the Triumph into turn. Yeah, so I had to be doing something here. Oh, cycling or Fiend's Tower? That's really not that scary. Okay. So I guess I wouldn't mind if he just cast a big creature. Even like a Grave Titan would be fine here, because Portal would just come down and take it out. I have 9 mana available, and soon I'll be able to cast this Blightsteel the way this game is looking. End of turn. Is it better to cycle Raugrin Triumph or just animate the Incubator token? I guess it depends. If Salvado makes a play where I think that on my turn I'm going to be casting Portal, then I will just animate the token so I can hit for more damage. But if he passes, let's say he just passed with mana up, I'm just not slamming Portal to an empty board. In that case, I'll cycle the Raugrin Triumph because it uses more mana. And then next turn, I'll just animate the token and attack, probably. I would be a little surprised if Salvado didn't play anything this turn, but I suppose it's possible. You have access to all your colors. I assume. If you cycled Ash Barrens and you're still missing a color, that's kind of on you. And 4 cards in hand, so it's probably a clue that I have a big artifact in hand if I'm tinkering for Mightstone and Weakstone. So I guess there is that. If I were Salvado, I would be a little scared. Oh, Dark Ritual. Okay. So we're up to 7 mana. So we can't hardcast like Archon unless we play a land. Oh, Underworld Breach. Okay, I guess I don't like that very much, do I? Does look like a Frantic Search, so we can Frantic Search a bunch. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could die here. I don't really have a way to stop that. Underworld Breach is pretty scary. So Frantic Search, exiling Goldspan, Ash Barrens, and Rafine's Tower. So Frantic Search costs you 1 card. Like you're down 1 card per loop because you discard 2 cards and you exile them both and you need to exile a 3rd. But it breaks even on mana unless you get a land that taps for more than 1 mana. Like it gives you a couple outs to find Brain Freeze, of course, if that's what you're looking for. If Salvado's just trying to set up like an animate this turn, which could possibly be the case, I guess we'll see. Because currently can't play Dark Ritual, then Frantic Search. Have to Frantic Search going down just to 2 cards in graveyard to keep going. So kind of curious what Salvado's plan is here. I mean, if you have Brain Freeze in your deck, you can go like Frantic Search down to 2 cards, Frantic Search down to 1 card, Frantic Search down to 0 cards besides Frantic Search. So that's a couple more. Oh, well, there's Vamp. So if you have Brain Freeze, then I just lose. Well, is that true? I guess you cast Ritual, Underworld Breach, Vamp, Frantic Search. Yeah, because you can go Frantic Search, Brain Freeze for 24 pretty easily. It's funny because Blightsteel gives you some insurance against that, but unless you have a way to get Blightsteel into your graveyard, it doesn't work very well. Like, if I have lethal out, then yes, you can brain freeze me down to just Blightsteel. I draw a Blightsteel attack for lethal. But if I don't have lethal out like this game, having Blightsteel be remaining in my deck and me drawing it, it would not lead to me winning. But I mean, I assume I lose here. So let's just see what the Frantic Search unveils. I didn't see Brain Freeze, but I didn't see Breach either, so it wouldn't be shocking if Salvato just had the combo and I did not know about it. Okay, you're Frantic Searching, you end up with 1 card in hand. Discard Smuggler's Copter and Fatal Push. Okay. Oh, I guess Brain Freeze actually doesn't do it without a way to generate blue mana. Frantic Search doesn't give you extra blue. Are we entombing or something here? Could that be the last card? Okay, I'll see what this is. Mind Twisting? Okay, we're casting Necromancy. Oh, are we going to Necromancy the Solitude? Sure. Oh, no, we're Necromancing the Dragon. Okay, I guess I am gonna go ahead and cast the portal this turn. Okay, 3, 6, 8, 9 portal, and hope this works out. I get a big incubator at the very least. All right, I guess that did all right, and then I get to play Retrofitter and slam for 5, and now I've got portal that can get back Solitude or a Decadent Dragon. And I have a 9/9 incubator token too. So, all right. Well, Salvato did a bunch of stuff, but with Breach, but didn't quite turn that into anything. So, I guess that's good news. All right, all right. That was game 1. My question now is, do I want this welder package of Lightning Greaves, Scrapwork, Mutt, Duretti, Goblin Welder, and I guess I would at that point play Goblin Engineer. I don't really want Show and Tell against, I guess, as a Reanimator deck. So if I want to bring in those 5 cards, I could certainly cut Thraben. That's just very cuttable. I could actually cut Upheaval because I'm playing against a deck that has a pretty low curve. I guess I do kind of like Saheeli. I like Solitude, though. Solitude seemed pretty good. Same with Swords against Reanimator stuff. I guess Karn is not uncuttable. And yeah, maybe I do want to cut Saheeli at that point. I mean, I'm kind of interested. Salvato didn't seem to have a lot of removal, so it might be worth trying. Getting back Portal's good. Getting back Mindstone and Weakstone and Jar could be good. All right, let's take out those 4. Let's put in these 5, and maybe I just don't play the Engineer. Getting back these little dorks doesn't seem all that interesting. All right, I guess I'll try this, even though I'm probably just going to draw a Goblin Welder. It's going to be bad, and I'm going to cut it and never put it in again. But we'll see. Maybe I go turn 1 Welder, turn 2, discard something with Thirst or something. I don't know. I'll keep this hand, though. Having Swords and Retrofitter early into Monolith Mightstone seems pretty good. Let's just go Plains Retrofitter. No real reason to leave Swords up here. Turn 2, I'm probably just going to play Grim Monolith. Oh. I actually kind of want to Swords that, so I think I'm just going to pass here. If Salvato doesn't use Smuggler's Copter this turn, then I'll just make a token with Retrofitter. It's not like I've wasted all my mana, and then maybe I just play Thirst next turn. But for the time being, especially in a Reanimator deck, I really don't want that Smuggler's Copter to do anything. Oh, he's on double blue and none of his other colors, presumably. Let's make a servo. What do we cast in here? Got a little Gifts Ungiven, maybe? Is that even in the cube right now? I don't even know. Fact or Fiction? Who knows? Land. Send with the servo. And You know what? I actually think I'm just going to play the Grim here. Because then I'll just use Retrofitter. I'll just make... pay 1 tap, sack a servo, end of turn, leave up swords still. And I'm not really in a big hurry to play this Thirst. Like, I can play it when I need to play it. I'll play it next turn or something. Salvato on Island. Here's Badlands. Nope, there's Badlands. I wish I didn't call it. All right, well, Bloodstained Mire into presumably a red-black land is going to be a little tough here. I mean, not tough in the sense that I'm losing. I still think I'm in really good shape, but it would have been nice to get, you know, just another turn there. All right, there's the Badlands. And Ophiomancer. I don't care too much about Ophiomancer, really? You're not coptering? Huh. Sure. I mean, it's fine. Interesting, though. Candelabra. Let's go ahead and cast Mightstone and Weakstone. I'm going to draw 2 cards here. Because a Lotus Field at this point would be awesome. Though Candelabra is still pretty good, because Candelabra can actually untap. It basically lets you turn Mightstone and Weakstone mana into non-artifact only mana. Because of the way the Power Stones work, Candelabra basically money launders this mana that can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells into mana that can be. It's really funny. So here, I'm just going to pass, I guess. I mean, I could have Swords the Ophiomancer. I just think that Smuggler's Copter is actually going to be kind of annoying, and Ophiomancer itself is really not. So, like, I get hit for 1 with it. The problem is if I Swords the Ophiomancer and Salvato plays just some other crappy creature, the Copter becomes a lot more of an issue. Next turn, I have a lot of mana. At some point, we're going to be cracking a jar here. Leave the door ajar. And the question now is going to be, do I want to Swords the Smuggler's Copter or cast Thirst? Assuming it gets animated. Which I'm really shocked Salvato didn't last turn. It felt like he just F6'd, but I don't know. Okay. Smuggler's Copter recently unbanned in Pioneer, by the way. Upkeep Vamp, huh? Okay. What are we up to? What do we got going on here? I think I'm going to Swords that Copter. Don't think I want that thing attacking me. Sorry, you need to give up your life of crime. Oh, I don't even think that attack was actually ideal, because now I can sack this, make a 4/4, and I can attack with the 4/4 back. Though I guess it stops me from making another token, but I think that getting a hidden for 4 is decent. Oh, Time Walk is what we vamp for. Sure. So he has Breach, Time Walk. That's kind of the joke. Got it. Well, I'm glad that I killed the Thopter, or the Copter, rather. That's going to work out fairly well. Would have worked out better to not block with the token and just make a token in return, but I think this is okay too. Chandra. Sure. Add 2 mana. This I don't like. Chandra plus Time Walk is really dangerous. So am I getting double hymned also? Oh my god. Oh no, double expensive tastes. All right. Exiling 4 cards face down. I guess I can actually figure out what they are when I crack the Scalding Tarn. And certainly you're not attacking here. All right. One of them is, no, not Blightsteel. So one of them is Tinker. So Tinker's gone. Duretti's gone. Solitude's there. Palace Jailer's there. Mystic Confluence is there. My Talismans are there. Oh, Lotus Field's still there. Some amount of land's probably gone. Let's see what's there. I have 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's 2 lands, Tinker and Duretti is kind of what I'm thinking. All right, I'll get Plateau. No, I'll get Raugrin Triumph actually. All right. Oh, there's Lotus Field. That's actually really nice. So let's start with a Thirst. Discard a basic land. Play Lotus Field. Sack 2 lands. And I can Solitude. Let's untap these 2. I can Solitude the. I can hardcast Solitude and kill the Snake token, then attack with the Construct token on Chandra, and that puts Salvato in a position where he can either chump with Ophiomancer, or Chandra goes down to 3 loyalty. If he doesn't block with Ophiomancer, I guess I don't love how that ends up. But the other option is if I just attack Chandra, I block the Snake, and then I kill the Ophiomancer. Is that better? No, I don't think that's better. I think it's also a Decadent Dragon maybe coming down. Maybe I just play Seed Shark and set up for Memory Jar. Or maybe I just pass with Solitude up. Yeah, I think that's probably better. If I play Seed Shark, he's just gonna... You could just Chandra minus it. I'm scared of... I really want to get the Chandra off the battlefield before Underworld Breach into Time Walk hits, because that would be very hard to beat. He can Tinker, but I don't think Tinker's going to do much for him. And next turn I'll have 5, 7, 8, plus the Candelabra is basically plus 2 mana, so 10 mana. Yeah, I can get up to some stuff. I can do some stuff and things. All right, well, both my teammates lost, so if I don't win this round, we're in tough shape. If Salvato doesn't have a good spell in hand, it's kind of interesting what you do with Chandra. You can, like, +1 it to exile the top 5 cards and look for something. All right, there's one of my lands. I have 3 cards left here. Yeah, I mean, oh, I might have miscounted. There's 4 lands in the graveyard. I don't know. I'm certain it's Tinker and Duretti, so we'll see what else. You could also play Duretti and use it to do some looting. Find something good maybe. Okay, play the dragon. And cast Spellseeker. Ooh, that's scary with a Chandra out, because you get to double up that spell too. But it wasn't a spell so good that Salvato wanted to cast it this turn, which is kind of interesting. I guess it could be like Snuff Out or something. Firebolt. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to cast Solitude here. Kill the dragon. All right, can I just draw the portal? Not quite. Memory Jar is a little bit dangerous. What happens if I attack now? Snake blocks the construct. Chandra goes down to 6 loyalty. Play Seed Shark. 5, 7, 8, 10 mana. So I could play Seed Shark and Jar, but I think I'm going to start by attacking Chandra with these. I mean, I don't love it, but I think that's the plan. I had a Tolarian Academy here, I'd be winning easily. Okay, so we'll chump there, that's fine. All right, and let's go, I think I'm just gonna go Seed Shark, play Talisman, make a token. Candelabra, the Lotus Field, play a land, and then play a Jar and make another token, and pass the turn. And now you can Firebolt down the Seed Shark or the Solitude, not both with the same Chandra, though I guess you can go Firebolt the Seed Shark twice and then flash it back, kill the Solitude. You can also minus Chandra and it deals X damage to 2 targets, including players, so getting the life off Solitude is not too bad, because otherwise, technically I was facing 15 points of burn this turn. Firebolt you for 4, Chandra you for 9, Flashback Firebolt for 2. So Feomancer has actually been doing a pretty good job keeping my ground idiots from attacking that Chandra. Next turn I'm going to jar and hope to get just some good value out of the jar, I guess is my plan here. One risk of plussing the Chandra, plus wanting it, exile in the top 5, is that if he hits Underworld Breach in the top 5, then he's not going to be able to cast it, and it's going to be gone. So you might avoid doing that. As it turns out, it would have worked better to swords the Feomancer over the Smuggler's Copter this game. I don't know that it would have been the right play to make, but it would certainly have worked out better. Okay, Firebolt the Seed Shark. Presumably twice. All right, Seed Shark down. And 2 mana with Chandra. And hopefully there's nothing that can kill the memory jar. From the Catacombs, the Seed Shark. All right, so you have the initiative, you have the Seed Shark. And play Swamp. Ooh, what's your last card? Oh, Croak's on my last card, sure. All right, and maybe attack with a Feomancer. I guess you can't even attack with the snake. All right, draw. Just gonna draw for my turn, see if it's something good. Oh, Welder. Okay, so let's cast Goblin Welder. Let's crack Jar. I do Portal, and I can cast it, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, actually, and I even have mana left over. So let's go Portal. Okay, 3 blue. Let's untap the Lotus Field. 5, 7, 8, 9. Let's cast Portal here. And I think after that, I can't quite kill Chandra, unfortunately, because I can animate the 5 and then I attack Chandra for 8. So I think I'd rather play Currency Converter in top and then smash. And really hope that he drew Underworld Breach out of these 7 cards. It would be kind of annoying if that's not the case. Oh, snuff out both my creatures. Cute. All right. Yes, I'll use Currency Converter on all these. Okay. I hit Sneak Attack, Necromancy, Torsten. Oh man, didn't hit Breach. And he's got From the Catacombs. He can double From the Catacombs here. Okay, well, I guess we'll see what that means. I'm at 19. So you can From the Catacombs and change targets. You can go to two down on the initiative chart, get back like Thundermaw, Hellkite, and Torsten or something. Or I don't think any of my creatures do much. On the other hand, next turn I have a Portal out, so I get to get something back. Yep, here comes Dub's Catacombs. Spellseeker? No, that doesn't really do much for me. I guess I wouldn't mind finding Lightning Greaves at this point. It's really funny. All right, in comes Thundermaw, and in comes Croxa. Oh, I'm actually just dying. Huh. That's wild. Hold on. I actually have to tap my top to draw and hope to draw, because if I take 3 off this, 5 off this, that's 8, and I can do 11 off Chandra. So I need to draw a non-land here. Oh, even drew a Scrapwork Mutt. Nice. Okay. And Yeah, I'll use this ability. That's fine because I'm going to tap it, put things back anyway. So Croaks is gone. Okay, you're in the Undercity. You get a 4/1 menace. Thundermaw comes in. You can hit me down to 14. But I don't die, and then I should be able to take the initiative back. Mishra's Workshop, that was the other land. Funny. Adding mana with Chandra. Uh-oh. What are we casting? Oh, the Duretti? Sure. In comes Duretti. In comes Thundermaw. Yeah, I'll take it. Put Scrapwork Mutt into the graveyard. Okay, I can get back... Torsten gets all my creatures and lands. Can get back Solitude. Solitude's obviously pretty great. I can take the initiative this turn, but I can't kill Chandra, unfortunately. I do have a Scrapwork Mud as well. I think I'm going to get Solitude back because I want to kill that Thundermaw. Though actually, if I make a token, it takes 2 to make a token, 3 to untap it is 5, and then 1 more to make. So if I spend 6 mana, I can block Thundermaw. Let's actually get the skeleton token here. Let's draw for turn. I guess I'll play the top and spin it and see what we can find. Palace Jailer. Oh, that's nice too. Yeah, I do want to draw Palace Jailer, so let's do that. Palace Jailer, become the Monarch. Exile the Thundermaw is gone. Animate Incubator token. I don't think I need to put a Scrapwork Mutt into play, but let's go ahead and Candelabra the Lotus Field. And then I can animate the Incubator and make a Retrofitter token. Is that worth doing now? I'm at 14. You can cast Double Escape again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have to do a bunch of damage to Chandra, so let's just do that now. I guess I could have actually... I should have tapped slightly differently such that I could make the Retrofitter token at an instant speed instead of having mana floating here, but, you know, what can you do? Attack Salvato. Attack Chandra. Attack Chandra. I guess I can't really even attack Duretti. Alright. I kind of don't feel like I'm winning this game, but I guess you never know. What do I have left? All islands, a Blightsteel, a Lightning Greaves, and a Reckoner. I'll take the land. I'm not getting back... I'm not doing anything. I'm not getting back Memory Jar at this point, so I don't really care too much. Okay, so now you get to Throne of the Dead 3 here. Okay, also I lose to Underworld Breach, discard Fatal Push and Inspiring Vantage. Yep, here comes From the Catacombs. Okay. Who are we getting back? Thief of Sanity. Torsten. All right. Oh, sorry, Scrapwork Mutt. Revealing Underworld Breach, Goldspan Dragon, Jace, Frantic Search. So those are the last 10 cards in Salvato's deck. And I think he didn't take any of them. All right. Well. Oh no, he took his 5 cards. Oh, if I weld back Memory Jar, I can force a draw. I have to get back Welder with Portal and find Lightning Greaves. I mean, that sounds pretty reasonable to me. Oh wait, that was Throne of the Dead 3. That's why that happened. All right. And now I can't block. Yeah. At 7, you become the Monarch. You get Thundermaw back. Can't kill me with Chandra. Can't quite. Well, I can play for a draw. I mean, it's pretty hard for me not to find Lightning Greaves in the... Because I'll draw down to 5 cards, and then I'll be able to top down to effectively 2 cards, I think. Oh, wait, no, I tapped my top. Where did my top go? Am I losing it? Oh, did I tap it to draw a card and then shuffle it away? Is that what happened? I guess I'm confused. I don't even remember. I also get to draw off Converter if I want, and I can scry off Lost Well, so yeah. So if I had a couple cards left, I would not get decked, but this is still okay. Actually, I have a weird out. Oh, is Salvato drawing a card? No, there's no way. Oh, he is. Okay, I have... Oh, no, I guess it doesn't matter because he was already going to draw end of turn. I have another strange out, which I don't know if I can actually get there. I don't think I have a way to get the thief. If the Thundermaw wasn't here, I could animate his Thief of Sanity and then equip Lightning Greaves to the Thief. Maybe that's something? Okay. Dark Ritual. What did we find here? Did we find Underworld Breach? But I don't think that... I think he's already used all his Planeswalkers. Oh, Recycling Rafine's Tower. This is getting a little dangerous for him because he's getting... Oh, he hasn't used the Chandra yet. Never mind. Because now he's getting to the point where he's just going to get decked end of turn. Am I missing something? He's the Monarch now. What are we doing? From the Catacombs again? Doesn't kill me. The Chandra's already been used. I think Salvato got a little bit lost in the sauce here. Yeah, he did. All right, well, I had ways to do things, but that was round 1 for you. All right, we're 1 and 2. Let's see if we can... I'm 1-0. My teammates have lost. Let's see if we can rally from here. Alrighty. Intense round 1. Time for round 2. Battling against Janara, who is mulliganing. And what is Janara up to? Looks like a... kind of like 4-color mid-range, Minsk and Boo, cut down, Mana Dorks. Sure. This hand is totally fine. Turn 1 top, turn 2 Talisman spin top, something like that. Turn 3 either Palantir or Seed Shark. Probably Palantir. It would be really nice to draw Mishra's Workshop. If I could just go Workshop Palantir, I'd be thrilled. Forest into Mana Dork? Yes, indeed. Workshop into Palantir? Oh no, that's not bad. I can just go turn 2 Palantir off of the Grim Monolith. I think that's pretty solid. Ooh, Urza's Saga. Okay. Uh-oh. This looks bad. Is this like a Minsk and Boo? Yes. Oh my god, a turn 2 Minsk and Boo? Oh, I'm not going to win this game. I need to find a Tinker really fast. Even then, it might not be good enough, but at least that would give me a shot. Turn 2 Minsk and Boo, huh? Candelabra isn't doing much for me either. Let's go Grim into Palantir. Pass. I mean, if I was on the play, maybe I'd have a shot, but... Alright, let's hope he mills and takes 12 off Blightsteel. Any Blightsteels? Nope. And... Well, and we're not even using Urza here. We're playing Asika's Chariot. Sure. So, if I were to draw exactly... Thing is, even drawing Tinker, I wouldn't be able to cast. I guess I could just tap the top to draw. I don't even think Tinker saves me here. Yeah, it really doesn't. All right. Oh man, I even drew Lotus Field with Candelabra. I was about to be able to do some things. Yeah, I'm not going to beat a turn 2 Minsk and Boo. Do I want Welder under these circumstances? I do kind of like Greaves. I also kind of want Show and Tell against someone who's got more of a mid-rangey, you know, not like Giant Things deck. I can probably afford to take out the Raven Inspector under those circumstances. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bring in the Welder, though. Oh, also, last time I bring in Welder, I guess I never sighted in any mountains. Oh, what can you do? Yeah, I don't think I want Wandering Emperor. I guess maybe it's okay. I just need to not get immediately minsked and or booed. All right, I'm on the play of this game. I don't think even a workshop last game would have saved me. This looks like a mulligan, yeah. Can't cast my spells. All right, I guess I'll keep. And do I put Upheaval or a land back? So let's see, how am I going to play this? I'm going to go turn 1 Converter, turn 2 Talisman. I should just put Upheaval back. I have a lot of big plays in this deck, and I really do want to cast Solitude on turn 4, so it feels like keeping Upheaval in a hand that's not even that well suited to upheave seems like I should just be doing this instead. All right, Janara mulled to 5. Let's just play the Converter. And then Mox Diamond after mulling to 5. Oof. Costly. To Halfling and no land. Gotcha. Land. I think I'm going to use the Converter. The reason is, if I play Talisman, I can't use Converter anyways. But if I use Converter this turn and then play Talisman next turn, I can. Sylvan, okay. Draw, discard an island. Use the ability. Oh, there's Grim Monolith. Interesting. I think I'm going to play the Solitude this turn. Make a treasure. Then Solitude, the Delighted Halfling. And then you get to pay some life to Sylvan, I'm sure, but this slows Janara down enough that I can start using this Converter to find action, I would imagine. Next turn, probably go Talisman plus use it. So we only kept 2 cards, and we're playing Triome and Hex Drinker. Okay. Show and Tell, not ideal. Let's attack. Yep, that's fine. Draw. Oh. I guess that's pretty good. All right. And let's just play a land and pass. Huh, I guess I can do that next turn, maybe. We'll see. I'm a little worried about, I guess Show and Tell you can't put a Planeswalker into play, and Janara is not going to really have lands in hand. So I really just want him to play a creature this turn, and then I'll cast Show and Tell, and he puts a creature into play or not, either one. And then I portal everything else away. Fertile Ground. Okay. Not playing a creature? Oh, we are hopefully playing a creature. This doesn't look like a creature. Oh, it's Haywire Might, Exiling Currency Converter. All right, fair enough. I'll just cast Thirst this turn, I think. Oh, man. Discard 2 cards. So if I play Lotus, I'm trying to think. What if I discarded Show and Tell and Karn? I kept Lotus, Candelabra, Portal. Then I could cast. Next turn I'd have 5, 7 mana. No, let's just discard Candelabra, Lotus Field. Keep the rest. Yeah, that seems fine. I think either Lotus Field or Candelabra needs the other to function, and I'm not discarding Portal under really any circumstances, so I think I'd rather do this, especially since there's a chance I'm doing the Show and Tell Portal thing next turn. I'm really hoping a creature hits and not a planeswalker, but it doesn't seem likely given what Janara's deck is constructed like. Oh. Okay. What are we channeling into? Guess we'll find out. Is it something Portal's good against, hopefully? I mean, there's a lot of things it could be. Most of them are bad for me. Hopefully this is just like a dork that dies to show and tell Portal. Dude, this doesn't look like that. I guess, actually, most Eldrazi I could still beat. Not Emrakul, which is what it looks like this is. Oh, is this like a giant pest infestation? X equals 7. Huh. Okay. I guess I'll show and tell, putting in Portal. Jannar puts in Leovold. That's his last card. Had to be a creature. That's no good. All right, so now I'm getting attacked for 14 down to 9. I can put a Solitude into play, kill one of those, block, or kill Leovold, block a pest token. I go to -1, but then I gain 3. I go to 2. And then I get to put in a Haywire Might, maybe. Okay. If we're casting spells here, that spell doesn't matter too much actually. All right. I mean, I think I lose this, but it's not completely clear. Yeah, let's get back Solitude. I'm gonna kill the Leovold. You can draw your card. But Janara did see this card last turn, so presumably if it was great, it would have done something with it. Lightning Greaves would have been sick. I don't even have it in here. All right, and make a 2/2. Pass the turn. Now I can block 2, take 9 down to 0, but gain 3 up to 3. And then I can attack with Solitude, go up to 6, and I'll have another thing to block with. And I can maybe use Karn again. I mean, there's a lot of cards I lose to. I lose to Janara playing a card that does anything, basically. But Sylvaning and then casting Brainstorm is not a card that does anything. And if you don't have a blocker, then... Oh, wow, we're cracking the Windswept Teeth. Interesting. If that's because we need a ton of mana, then I don't like it. I mean, you are at 3, so you have to watch out. I guess if I block 2 pests, you go up to 5. So, yeah, I'll block 2 pests. I go to 3. You go to 5. I technically have lethal in play. Okay, and Tree Speaker, and then you level up the Tree Speaker, sure. Okay, so now I'm at 3. I'm basically at 6 if you count the Solitude, and there's 9 tokens. Okay. Let's go Portal. I can either get back Hexdrinker or Haywire Might. I think I get back Haywire Might, because when it dies, I gain 2 life. Very close to just winning with Mightstone kill a blocker, but I can't unfortunately do that. So if I make a Karn, currently I don't have green mana. Otherwise, sacking the Haywire Might would actually be really sick. Right now, if I gain, I'm at 6, and then I have to block 4 tokens, and then there's 10 attackers, so I have to block 5 of them. But if I attack with Solitude, maybe you block it with, I guess you block it with Noble. I'm deciding if I can afford to might draw cards with Mightstone and Weakstone. If I make a Karn token and I block 4 things, that means I go to 0, which means I have to use Mightstone and Weakstone to kill something. Yeah, I guess that is what I have to do. Target creature gets -5/-5. Kill the Tree Speaker. Make another creature. The Construct could kill the Noble, but that doesn't really accomplish much. I block 4 things. Yeah, I mean, I do survive here if Sylvan Library doesn't find anything that removes a blocker or puts a haste creature into play. And I would know that Minsk and Boo is already a haste creature, so not feeling great about it. But if I survive through this turn, I think I win, because the Haywire Might dies and I get to cut down. All right, well, it was a good run. 1-1. Let's get to round 3. Alrighty, time for round 3. I'm 1-1. Jan is 1-1, and Falcon Eyes 0-2. So we got a 3-0 to win this draft. It all starts here. Playing against Samuel Rolfington. He's playing blue-red twin aggro. This hand is borderline, but I am going to keep it. I'm not going to mull a hand where I have turn 1 Retrofitter into turn 4 Karn. It's just, I could mull. I don't think it would be crazy to, but I don't think you should. Part of the strength of a card like Retrofitter is gives you something pretty decent to do with your mana. And over the first couple turns here until I find something better. So turn 1 Retro, pass. Probably going to go turn 2, make a token, unless I drew... If I drew like a Grim Monolith or a Talisman, I guess I would play that instead. I'm definitely not siding in the Welders here. He's got a bunch of bolts and stuff. That was a pretty horrendous draw, but that's okay. If I draw a Grim Monolith, then Upheaval becomes a little more interesting, but without it, it's not doing a whole lot. Chart a course. Certainly. Thirst for Discovery would be pretty good. I guess I should start playing my non-basics because of that. I kind of want to hold the Scalding Tarn because I want to be able to shuffle if I draw a Sensei's Top. But, what is this? Oh, Trumpeting Carnosaur. Gotcha. Make a thing. Hopefully draw a spell. This would be a good turn to draw one of my 2-mana artifacts. I wouldn't mind that. I don't think there's anything I could draw that would let me Karn this turn except Grim Monolith. Oh, Saheeli. Well, I can actually still play that off plateau. So let's go Saheeli. And I'm going to pass here. You could have a haste creature. I don't really care about attacking for 1. I do want to protect Saheeli. Okay, is that a Thieving Skydiver? Yeah, I was scared of that too, but not much I can do about that either. Oh, Tinker. I do like that. He's already played Otawara. Oh, there's a Trumpeting Carnosaur in the graveyard? All right, yeah, we're going to Tinker for Colossus then. Or not Colossus, Portal then. I'm going to attack because there's just no way he blocks here. Make a token. And let's get Portal to Phyrexia, because the Carnosaur coming out next turn will be pretty nice. There is a situation, and it didn't happen here, where if I had an artifact in play and I could have tinkered something else into Colossus and then turned the servo into a Colossus and attack, that would have been nice. I wonder if... there's a chance maybe I should have tried to set that up with Karn. I don't know. Let's get Trumpeting Carnosaur here. Okay, Pestermite. I'm tapping your plateau, sure. All right, what I would like to do with Carnosaur is to hit a Solitude or something. No, Grim Monolith. Okay, well that actually works out fine. Because I think I'm a little scared of that Pestermite. Let's go ahead and once again attack with the servo. And now I could go 3, 6, 9 mana. Because I can make a card into a Grim Monolith. And then I can upheaval for a lot. I'll have 3 floating. Haven't played my land. I can immediately play Karn, I guess. Yeah, I think that's the play. Because I also get my Retrofitter back, which is nice. Alright, so I have these mana floating. I can't Saheeli this turn, unfortunately. I think I just play Karn. And then make a Golem. and then discard an island for sure. I'll just discard 2 islands, I think. And then you can preordain, and then next turn I can go Grim. Oh, he didn't have a Mox, so good. And the Skydiver's gone. Next turn I can make another token, and I think I just go Grim, Retrofitter, make a token. Like, that sounds pretty good to me. Tap for 3, Retrofitter, make a token, make another token, then I attack for 5, and then next turn I just have lethal with constructs. I get to attack for 13, which is my opponent's life total here. So I guess I don't quite have lethal yet. I need to draw a... This deck doesn't really even have any 0 mana artifacts, because I can make these all into constructs with Saheeli, but I'd be 1 artifact short. So what do I need to draw to make it happen? Not that. Let's +1 Karn, I guess. I reveal Currency Converter and Mystic Confluence. Oh, you gave me Currency Converter. Because I can turn Servo... Oh, wait, I can turn Retrofitter into a construct. Then I have... Oh, that's actually just exactly lethal. Nice. Saheeli turned this into a construct. Oh, wait, that's not quite lethal. Sorry, I'm 1 artifact short. Well, all right, I guess he wasn't going to win next turn anyway. Okay, up a game, playing against Twin, so I probably want Prismari Command as a way to maybe... It can kill Pestromite at least. It can't kill Exarp. I think Wandering Emperor looks kind of good against him. I don't actually think Upheaval's that good against him, and I really don't like Blightsteel against Odawara, Treachery, like these kind of cards that he's got. So I think I like that. I could put in Show and Tell for the Portal. I think this is probably good. Okay. Let's see here. Game 2 on the draw. And let's see if Academy-less Academy can get there. Yeah, my deck is totally fine. It's got a little more interaction with Swords and Solitude, which is pretty nice against a Twin deck, though I'm going to mulligan this hand. Yeah, I'll keep this, and I think I just put Palantir back. It's pretty close between Palantir and Wandering Emperor. I don't think I want to put back... Well, I'm not putting back any of the lands, Tinker or Talisman. I think that the Seed Shark is a little bit better. Wouldn't mind, I guess Grim Monolith would be a decent draw. I mean, the biggest thing that this deck is lacking is that it just doesn't have any fast mana. Like, it doesn't have any zeros, doesn't have any of those things. All right, there's another Plains. Oh, no. Okay, I thought that was Spell Pierce, and I was not happy. It's possible that drawing an island is going to be critical here. If Sam goes upkeep, Pestromite your Talisman, then oh. All right, well, I guess I wish I'd kept Palantir. Oh no, I drew an island, nice. Let's just play the Seed Shark. Get that into play, and then go Wandering Emperor into Tinker is, I guess, the plan. Though it looks like this is going to get double burned. Sure. Okay, so what's my plan now? Assuming I don't draw anything super relevant. I think I'm just going to go Wandering Emperor, kill the Grim. I'm just worried about A, counterspells, or B, some sort of removal or something. Oh, Mishra's Workshop, not bad. Okay. I could play Jar this turn. I don't think that's as good as just casting Thirst, though. Okay, once again, didn't draw basics. So now, what am I discarding? I'm probably discarding one of the 2 lands. This looks like Lotus Field is not going to be as good as Workshop here. And I could discard Currency Converter, Or I could discard Mightstone and Weakstone. I don't really want to discard Jar all that much. I think I'll discard those two, make a 2/2, play Workshop and pass. And then next turn I can play my artifacts. Something like that. I might also tinker next turn, depending on what I draw. Like if I go Mightstone and Weakstone, draw 2 cards, and then I can just tinker away the Mightstone and Weakstone, that's not too bad. Discarded Dragondrake Channeler and Thieving Skydiver. Okay, well I will block here. Let's see. Oh, there's a Carnosaur. Oh, he had to sack the treasure. All right, what do we discover into? Kiki-Jiki. Oh, that's sick. I mean, I'm gonna tinker Portal, but let's see. Hit a creature. Hit a creature. What did we hit? What did we hit? Oh, Daze. Oh, Daze. Oh, no, Daze actually is not that big of a deal. Oh, and then I just drew Bankbuster, so I can just do that. All right. Yeah, let's go Reckoner, Bankbuster, and then just tinker it away. Yeah. Hold on. If I play my... It's just... No, it's ridiculous. If I play Mightstone and Weakstone and I draw 2 cards... Yeah, that's just too bad. All right, let's just play... If I don't draw a land there, I just lose the game on the spot. So let's not do that. Can't daze me, bro. And I'll get Portal. And soon I will try to assemble this combo that you've got going, which is a sick combo, I will say that. Carnosaur hitting Kiki-Jiki is great. Okay. So you get a Dork. You have Daze in hand plus Otawara the Portal. That I don't mind too much. And then Chart, of course. Probably discarding... I mean, you could discard Daze because I know about it. Obviously, it still can... Yeah, you discard a Rabbit Battery. All right. Let's go... Ooh. I guess I can't play that quite yet. So let's go Mightstone and Weakstone. Draw 2 cards. Really? I didn't draw a land. Okay, that's pretty annoying. Because like any land lets me cast something, and this can pay for days, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's hope you didn't draw a good creature. I do have Prismari Command here and Mystic Confluence, so I have some good action here. Wow, I'm really doing a bad job drawing a land. Let's go 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 cards. I think that's better. The problem is that if I place a Healy, I can't even play a card afterwards. So I think I kill that, and I think I just draw 2, discard 2. Your hand is Daze plus 1 unknown. Okay, I'm going to discard Memory Jar for sure. Honestly, I think I just discard Saheeli at this point. And then play a land, and then get my Karn dazed here. Oh, wait, I can't play this, sorry. I can't play non-artifact spells, so let's not do that then. Let's just pass. The problem is I don't want to keep Jar because I just don't want to cast Jar here. It doesn't do anything for me. Now I have enough mana to cast 4, 6, 9. I have enough mana to cast Portal with Daze backup if I even want to. I don't really want to. I mean, he's never going to play a creature. Maybe I do just play the Portal. What are my other alternatives? I could leave up Mystic Confluence, but that seems pretty bad. I could play Karn. I'm just going to play this Portal, I think. It just doesn't really do anything. Like, if I get Portal going, it's the best thing I could be doing, because next turn I can get back a Carnosaur immediately. Okay. I mean, if I just died a twin, I just died a twin. That's fine. He's got Daze and 1 unknown in hand. He would have had to have drawn the twin in the last 2 turns. Oh, there we go. 2-1. Let's check in on the team, see if we can turn the ship around. Nice. That was a nice little gift there. All right. Unfortunately, me and Jan both went 2-1. Falk and I went 0-3, so we didn't get a dub. We lost 4-5. But I want to take a look at this deck. This is a kind of nice little workshop deck. We had Tinker into Portal and Colossus with the backup of Mightstone and Weakstone the one game. Had a nice little control package with Swords to Plowshares, Palace Jailer, and Solitude working nicely as white cards. I got to pitch cast Solitude, which basically won me the game once against Salvato, killing Goldspan, and cast these cards plenty. Palantir was pretty nice. Karn is decent. I think the biggest thing this deck was lacking was it didn't have that much explosive mana. Obviously, Academy would have been massive. It had Lotus Field Candelabra sometimes. It had Workshop, but no Moxes, no 0-mana artifacts of any kind, no Academy, of course. And that means that it didn't have as many potential, like, really fast starts. But it was a very solid deck, especially for a 6-player draft. Had, like, a Retrofitter and a Currency Converter. Had, like, Seed Shark and Saheeli. So, yeah, solid deck overall. 2-1, not unhappy about. Wish we could have taken down the draft, but, you know, can't always do that. And one thing I gotta say is this Goblin Welder stuff really didn't seem very good to me. I don't know. I'll have a list of a cube up in a couple weeks, maybe. We'll see. I'm still kind of tinkering with it. But I think Goblin Welder and all its friends are just not going to be in the cube. I kind of don't believe in them, and I think we could do better things with that space. So more on that later. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you hanging out as I pick one tinker, which is a thing I like to do. I will be back tomorrow with another draft. Maybe we'll go 3-0. Maybe we'll win the draft. Who knows? I'll see you then.